you as a friend first. But that's the way I look at things. And it's idealistic. But I oftentimes speak to the majority of women I've ever been intimate with. Like 80-something% of them, I still communicate with. I have
really.
Yeah. I'll be on some real serious committed adult. Not that word. Let me not say that. I really come. We be like my 8th grade girlfriend. I still speak to her to this day. Her mother and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, tell your mom I said what's up. 9th grade, 10th grade girlfriend. Yo, how you doing? Like, these people were significant in my life. You know what I'm saying? The majority of women I've dealt with, I still have access to them. Now, I'm not on the phone with them every day, but some of them I do speak to. Like, yo, what's going on? Happy birthday. Yo, what's going on here? As a family. Like, and it's not that intimate thing, but yo, you were in my life at this point in time. You were in my life when I went through this hardship. How do I turn my back on somebody who helped me through a hardship?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's how I look at things. Like, yo, you was there when my mother passed away. You sent me cards for Easter. How am I supposed to be like, yo, not be your friend no more? I was struggling at 17 and you showed me love. How do I turn my back on it?
What if your significant other didn't like the fact that you were still in communication with somebody who made an impact on your life? How would you deal with that?
That's a good question, right? I would think that my significant other should be understanding of what the situation is, and they should be trusting of me, right? Now, as I say this, I don't know how I would feel if it was on the other side, the other shoe.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, Jay.
So I'm being honest about it, though, right? I'm putting this up. I tell them all the time, it's a one dick relationship. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I just look at it from the perspective of how do you expect me to turn away from somebody who's been supportive of me? Mo, you don't count in this, but you've been my friend through this hardship that I've been going through, right? So imagine in the future I have a significant other, and they're like, yo, I don't want you speaking to her no more. But I'm like, yo, but Mo was there when I was going through hell. How you expect me to turn my back on this person and forget what she meant to me? You know what I'm saying?
You don't know how many times I've done it.
I'm not doing it.
I've had to let go of male friends that have moved on and gotten relationships because they naturally separate, and then also sometimes it might be a problem, and it's and I've always respected it because I always have to put myself in that woman's shoes.
Yeah, listen, I'm not doing that. Like if you have to do it, fine. I'm generally not gonna say, yo, I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna cut off ties speaking to this person. This person's substantial in my life. But this is my moral compass. I can't tell everybody else how to operate. And I don't know how you're going to be if you could resist temptation. I'm just saying that, yo, it's some people who are substantial in my life that if I cried on your shoulders, right, figuratively speaking, if you fed me figuratively, like, how do you turn your back on that? Because somebody knew, like, yo, this person been here for 20 years. You've been here for 3 months. Who are you to dictate 20 years of history?
That's a tricky one.
What would you do, HG?
I think in that situation, it's really up to the friend to kind of back away, knowing that you're in a relationship and that it may cause problems. Even though, that's a friend and they've been there through thick and thin, you're in a relationship. You know how relationships is. Where you're gonna sit and talk to this friend right in front of your girl, like, and I'm not directing the conversation toward Jay or your guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be an issue there. It's gonna be an issue there. I think a level of maturity also should be with the one in a relationship to know that, okay, this is my friend. I'm not cutting her off completely, but I will decrease how much we talk and everything, you know what I'm saying? But, I'll monitor it, but, completely no. Like, this is a friend of mine. And it gotta be genuine though. It can't be this friend that we used to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to have sex, now we're just friends. We've laid off the sex for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a genuine friend? Someone that you've never dealt with on that level? If that's the case, then I think the person in the relationship should understand, okay, This is their friend. I believe that they've never been intimate. You can't just be sitting up here talking to her whenever you want to, or him whenever you want to. But you know, I trust you enough to where I believe what you say is true, and you know, have your conversation in the car with her before you come in the house with me. You know, take those opportune times to get that friendship combo out the way, and then when you come in here, you all mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's a balance in that. You know, it's a balance in that.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying, but it's difficult, man. Let's say
Jay gonna be up in there, shoes off. What's up, baby? Like, what's up? This girl right there, like she's right there, like you ain't getting no steak tonight, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you get
Bro, how
the
many times
frozen dinner.
on the phone? We've been on the phone plenty of times for plenty of hours over the last couple of years, right?
Mhm.
Now we never had nothing intimate or nothing like that. We only been friends. It's strictly been platonic. But that could be threatening to somebody too. And then the other aspect of it is that's somebody's insecurity in some capacity. Because if you was looking like, and no disrespect to anybody who looks like this, if you was looking like Precious, your girl wouldn't mind. Because she would be like, yo, that's not his type.
You got a point right there.
So it's only when she feels threatened by that other individual, just like a dude. If it was a midget with one eye up here and then the other eye down here, he'd be like, oh, she'll like this nigga like that. That's just her friend. It's only when you feel like that person poses a threat to.
Meanwhile, that midget is piping her down.
I'm telling you, I'm talking about
stability. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's coming to, right? Like you're not who's the threat.
Yeah, me personally, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't trust the male friend thing personally. I think I've gotten to a point where I probably could overlook it a little bit. I don't know, you know, because that's a tricky thing. Because most times when it's a friend, most times, not all, but most times it's something that happened, even if it was just a kiss on the cheek.
Me and Jay was just talking about this. If men and women could be friends, like genuinely. And I told him, in my case, that's never been a case. The only way I'm able to be friends with the male and it be strictly platonic is if that male is married and I know who his wife is, or I've been around and met them. That is the only way. Otherwise, it always ends up turning more than just friendship.
And, or the possibility of it can always turn that way. It's always a chance it can go that way. You know what I'm saying? Especially,
or
you know,
that motherfucker is long distance in a whole nother state or country, and we cool like that. But guess what? When he come into town, or I go to his town, I gotta think twice.
Never know.
Like, I can't meet you for dinner this time because you know last time you said something slick. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think it's a thing. I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, I got female friends that I'm attracted to, but I wouldn't cross that line. You know what I'm saying? Because I value the friendship.
What
I don't mean I'm a
you?
man. I still see they attractive. But
What
I'm
if she came on to you?
Listen, I've told people like, yo, I'm not fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally had to tell you.
Jay going deep sea diving.
And it's been a time or two I split up, but I've had to tell people like, yo, I'm not fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you. See?
You know, but that don't mean that person's still not my friend. They just succumb to whatever attraction they had.